when do I start A/B testing? Because if I have like 10 people on my website, 10 people visit my
Hmm.
website, and five of them click, five of them leave, this is not significant. This doesn't make sense to as a test, right? When does it make sense to start A/B testing as a
Yeah,
company?
that's a really great question. I mean, so I can tell you kind of outside of here, you'll see a lot of different research that kind of says, hey, you need at least 5,000 hits a month. Like they'll throw out a couple different baseline numbers of where you need to get significance. Part of what I think about is a little bit different. I've worked for a lot of startups in my life. And what I found with startups is that you tend to have very erratic traffic a lot of the times. You have very low traffic and then you do a specific promotion and it really lands, or you get featured in some big thing and it really lands, you see a spike, then it comes down, then you see a spike, and then it comes down, and then you see a spike. If you're in a mode where your traffic sources are very unreliable, then I think you need to make sure that you have at least a baseline that is sufficient. Otherwise, part of the challenge that happens is the level of intent of people coming could be completely different if they come from, say, a very focused webinar, or if they come from a viral social media post that wasn't even really about your product, but they're like, who is this guy? I'm curious, and they click in, right? And so the signal and what those people do is going to be totally different. So we need to be a little bit cautious. So if we want to throw out a number, we can choose some of the baseline numbers that get thrown out there, which is that you need like a couple thousand traffic hits to be meaningful. But what I would say is more important is, do you have a steady baseline, right, that comes from a reliable source? Hey, our SEO is providing 2,500 hits per month. And then we have times where we go to 10,000. We have times where we are totally just at our baseline and it's up and down. But that 2,500, because it's consistent, I'm actually okay to run an A/B test because I feel like I'm going to be able to get meaningful signal from that, right?
Mm.
I think if you have pages that are like super tiny, like you're getting 10 views to a certain page, it's going to be tough for you to really get meaningful signal from running an A/B test. So it might be a kind of situation where you want to continue to optimize, continue to make common sense, good decisions of cleaning up your typography, thinking about your white space and composition, modernizing your visuals. There's lots of things that I think we can look at and we can just be like, we know that this is going to be a good best practice, right? To make a cleaner user interface. But when you're thinking about changes that we've been talking about here, which is like, should I have an extra button here, an extra section here? Should I talk about competitors here? Should I do this, and this? You do want to have a little bit of a traffic baseline, is my kind of take.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Of course, the way I think about it is I always think about it in terms of conversions. So I agree with the baseline completely. And but in terms of conversions, I would always think about, can I get to, let's say, X conversions? To me, it's about 100 conversions for a period of time. Because if your conversion is, let's say, to go on the website and then buy the software after a 2-week trial, this is a very hard conversion, right? So it's going to take them 2-week trial, a lot of time, consideration. There's so many things changing, and especially in the beginning, if you're not Square but you're just starting out, so many things are changing anyways, that this test is so polluted in every way possible. So I would really say in the beginning, A/B testing doesn't make too much sense for when you're starting your business. Focus on the fundamentals, get to these baselines, whether it's SEO, whether it's some social, whether it's even cold outreach. If you can do it right and you can consistently bring traffic, and once you do, this is the time to start thinking about these optimizations.